It's the 30th of December 2025, so nearly into the new year, and I haven't been wild camping since June, July of 2025, and there is a reason for that. So I had a bike accident and I damaged, probably fractured, broke my ribs, and that created a lot of difficulty with breathing. Never mind even something like getting in and out of a car. So the past number of months I've been out in the hills twice, and that's only been in the past number of weeks, and I haven't been wild camping at all. So I'm at the stage where I feel I've a bit of a level of fitness. I'm probably confident to go back out into the hills proper and spend the night. And what better place to choose than Donegal? This is a Poisoned Glen, and there's Errigal, looking all really cool, that sort of golden autumnal in the winter sort of feel. And the weather's been very settled, dry, very cloudy over the past sort of week or so, and the forecast for today was for the cloud to break up, and hopefully you can see a wee bit of blue up there, so it's starting to do that. So I think that's going to make for quite a good wild camp. The last time I came up through the Poisoned Glen, I followed the River and found it to be really, really dry. Same today, definitely, as I said before, the way to go. So I've come up to the head of the glen and made the turn left, and I'm following the waterfalls up. Now usually when I come up here, it's to access this line of hills, sort of Crockfada, from the Liffrin down the Sleevesnacht, down that way. This time I am branching off to the left, and I'm going to follow the river up to Loch Beg, and then climb up there to do a wee circle of 3 summits before heading up to the summit of Dooish Mountain. And the plan is to camp up on Dooish Mountain this evening, and hopefully with clearing skies it'll be a nice camp. Hopefully, fingers crossed, you never know, you never know. But the last time I was up on top of Dooish was 2.5 years ago, and you look back, it's sort of like, what, it can't be as long as that, but it was. And that was during the summer, and I approached from the Glenveigh side, and I think that's when I had a couple of visitors in the morning when I was cooking breakfast. A couple of wild goats come up and tried to steal my Weetabix. Nobody steals my Weetabix. I've missed this burble, that's Christmas, burble of water, and I've been following streams and rivers pretty much all the way, probably about 6k, and it just soothes, and your mind just goes empty, and you're not thinking about anything. There's no stress, there's no worry, there's just the bubble or the burble. This is Loch Beg. I've been following the river all the way up through the Poisoned Glen and then uphill to here. Lovely wee loch, you can see, and just for the water being down a wee bit, it started to expose some of this rock here, and I would fancy a bivvy here. Level rock like this is great with the bivvy, and a good sleep mat, absolutely perfect. Yeah, on the way up, so it's dead still now, but on the way up I heard the big deep calls of a stag. Looked round to try and see something, but couldn't see a thing. Not surprising with the colour of the deer and the colour of the landscape at the minute. So from here there's a wee bit of a climb, and I'll do a loop up around 3 summits here before heading up to the summit of Dooish for a camp, and it's half fun. So I have about 3 hours ish. This is my first summit. It's Donegal Mountain, and it's 486 metres, and there's absolutely cracking views up here. I can see away to the east the Spurring Mountains, up to the mountains up in the north in the showing. There's actually a bit of sunlight on them. I don't know if you can see, but the big line of cloud away in the distance, and then the clear air or the clear sky behind it. So I think that's coming this way, but it's really cool up here. On the way up, walking up through the valleys and alongside the rivers, I was actually thinking about taking my down jacket off. I didn't quite, but I certainly needed up here. And I get my first views over the Dooish Mountain. So that's Dooish Mountain over there. And there's Erigal, which has been hidden for quite a bit of my walking. So it's come back out into view now. So this is Loch Donegal, and it's not far from the summit of Donegal Mountain. Beautiful wee loch, and you're starting to see more blueness in the sky, and with hardly any breeze. It's just like a mirror reflecting the blue sky and the cloud. Really, really cool. And I've got a wee bit of a reflection of Dooish on the water as well. This is summit number 2, Croagh na Sagart, and it's 480 metres. So just a wee bit of prominence and pretty easy walking over from the first summit. It does have pretty cool views over to Dooish though, and there's a wee bit of sunlight over there. So I've a drop down, and then that's my final climb up to the top for the night. That was tough, that final pull up, Dooish. You think you're fit, but you know, after 4 or 5 months not doing this stuff, you soon start to feel it when I get up. And when I was climbing up, I could start to feel the crunch in the ground just as it was sort of twilight. So it's well freezing now. It's about 6:30. I've the tent up. You can see it's actually a different tent I have today. but there's already ice or frost on the tent. So I've got an OEX Fox 2, a really cheap, simple tent. I acquired it, and it had never been used. Somebody had had it for maybe 4 or 5 years but never used it, so I acquired it, and I've only had it up once, and that was in the garden back in the summer. But I find it really simple and easy to put up, certainly compared to my more expensive tent, which can be a bit of a faff. So yeah, I have the tent up. I've water on a boil for tea, and you know what? There's a 3/4 moon, so you can actually walk around without the head torch on, and you can sort of have the outline of different mountains and stuff around. So it's really, really cool. But as it is so cold, I'll get somebody to get tea on and get in the tent, and that'll do me for the night. And hopefully in the morning it'll be a bit of a nice scene and be able to get some shots and stuff, because I didn't get many on the way up, because I misjudged my timings as usual, and I was way off. But it's actually, I thought this whole trip would be like 18-19k, and I actually did 15 today, so that's why I was certainly feeling it. Right, I'll get the tea sorted here. Good morning. Pretty cold last night. Frost everywhere. Though during the night I noticed my feet got a wee bit warmer. So you can see that there's some cloud has rolled in and a breeze has got up. That was very noticeable sort of later on in the night. Ground still absolutely frozen though. I'm starting to see a wee bit of blue. So there's a few wee breaks in the cloud. Just about warmed up, and I'll get the tea on here, get some breakfast, and be on my way. So I thought I could get away with saying, like I usually do, that I didn't see anyone else on this trip. Usually here that would be the case, but just coming off the summit there, I passed 2 guys on the way up. So there you are. You don't always have the place to yourself. So that is Dooish. That's where I camped last night. Still pretty chilly with the breeze, but down a wee bit lower, it's certainly not the numbing that you would get in the toes and the fingers that I certainly get with my not great circulation. Ground still pretty frozen. Lots of verglass around on the rocks and stuff, so just a wee bit of care required. This is the last of my 4 summits. So this is Moonlock, and it's 484 meters. Downhill all the way from here, which I'm looking forward to. Again, really cool views from up here over to Errigal. Always busy over there. I can see loads of cars at the car park. Back over to Dooish and Buckish, the Aglas. Really clear air, even though it's overcast. I can see way down to the Blue Stack Mountains on the way over to Sleeve 2 there, along the coast in southwest Donegal. Still a cool wee breeze, ground still partially frozen, so easily walked on. I didn't put the gaiters on today, didn't really need them yesterday. Well, in a few places I did. So yeah, downhill all the way. Back in the Poisoned Glen, nearly back at the car, so off the hills. It's been really cool to connect with another river flowing down into the glen to get a wee bit of that water beside me for the last part. So that was a walk of 25 kilometres with nearly 800 metres of climbing. A wee bit more than I thought it would be. And you know what, after 6 months I nearly bit off more than I could chew, but I was able to do it, so that was cool. But I know my legs will really be feeling it tomorrow. But yeah, a really cool trip, certainly for not being out wild camping for so long. I've been thinking about where to go back to, and this place kept popping into my head. I tried to think of other things, so this was the draw, and this is the place I needed to come. And I planned the route out that I thought wouldn't be that strenuous. Normally it wouldn't either, but it certainly was this time. Lovely walking. Yesterday was an absolutely perfect day, calm conditions, cloud clearing. Last night, absolutely Baltic to start off with. I don't know what the temperature was down to, but as soon as the sun went down and the cloud cleared, everything started to freeze really hard. And then as the cloud and the wind came in during the night, it just lifted the temperature, probably just around freezing, a wee bit above. So yeah, today, tough going today. That pull off, the last pull off the hill was over pretty rough ground, so certainly feeling that. But really enjoyed these 2 days. A good way to end the year and set me up for the year to come. And I've already started a list of places where I want to wild camp. That could be some new places, some old places, but maybe with different variations to them. So yeah, it's good to be back. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Nearly fell over there.